Hi, my name is Beck, and I like plants, and apparently, I like Star Trek Fleet Command. If you're watching this video, props to you, because it's one of the very first videos that I've ever published on my YouTube. But I wanted to make a video coming from the perspective of a person that is trying out a game, not only for the first time, but trying out a game from the perspective of someone that has never watched anything Star Trek, know any of the lore, any of the whole shebang. So, without further ado, let's do a review. So getting into the story behind why I started playing Star Trek Fleet Command, I didn't actually just start playing it because I wanted to play it. I'll be honest, I had a terrible mishap happen where my personal computer died. It fried entirely. It's a whole big story. And the wonderful community of RevDeuce, the RevDeuce for all of your favorite Star Trek Fleet Command content, that content creator, his community actually did a fundraiser, and they raised $1,500 to put towards me getting a brand new PC, because they are just the most awesome people. So their only ask of me was that I would give this game a try, because this is their game, this is what they do, and they really wanted me to try it.
So as of now, 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 57 seconds of the stream, $1,500 has been raised specifically for the Beck new PC fund.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now, they did give a requirement you're probably going to dislike.
What's that?
They want you to play Star Trek.
I'll do anything. To play Star Trek?
Yep. You're going to have to boot up that mobile game and play it a couple times.
Oh, no.
I know. I know.
I vowed to never play Star Trek.
Well, then you got a $1,500 PC donation.
So, after a couple of weeks, after waiting for the PC to come in, one of the first things I did was ask, what do I need to do? I did end up doing a joint stream with RevDeuce to kind of help walk me through at least the beginning stages of getting started. Basically, like, okay, where do I need to point my mouse? What do certain icons mean? Things like that. And I'll be honest, the first night, basically nothing stuck. The only thing that stuck to me was, okay, I need to constantly be doing tasks. I'm a very task-oriented person, so for me that made sense, and so that's what I started with. The very first night, even without understanding anything, not only just about the game, but about the lore or any of the verbiage or language that's used, I was hooked. I was so hooked, in fact, that the first night, I think I went all the way up to Ops 8. And then after that, I think 2 days later, I went up Ops 14. And since then, I've been camping at Ops 14 for the last 7 days. So I have been playing this game 10 days now, I believe. So this is from the perspective of someone who has been playing this game for 10 days. Here are my thoughts. First off, I love that this game is made in such a way that a person that doesn't understand Star Trek in any way, shape, or form can hop in and play. And whenever I say that, I also mean someone that certain things don't come naturally to. I definitely like to play a variety of games. I don't like to stick with any one thing, but I will say I do like to play a lot of games that caused me to do a lot of grinding. So I like to play things like Diablo 3, where you're gonna grind your character, max them all out before you even start going against bosses if you can, if you're doing like adventure mode or something like that. Stuff like that I'm very used to. I'm very used to things like in WoW or Final Fantasy or Diablo, where you have quests and tasks and things to do. That sort of thing clicks with me. So whenever I started playing Star Trek, that part was easy for me. Since that was also very easy for me, that meant that it was very addicting right off the bat. I have played this game every single day for a minimum of 3 hours, maximum maybe about 7 hours in one sitting. I did end up adding it both to my PC And my phone, I put off adding it to my phone for several days just because I wasn't sure if I would want to allow myself that extra added time, but I did. And I will say I really like the ease of use between the two platforms, being able to play it both on my computer and on my phone. It's pretty seamless. If I'm done working and I had this up in the background or whatnot, and I just wanted to switch things over, just realized I never recalled my ship, so doing that while I'm making this video. One of the main things that I really enjoy about having it both downloaded on my computer as well as my phone is that I can kind of pick up right where I left off. I can close the game here on my computer, pick up my phone right away, and pick up right where I left off, and it doesn't feel like I have to wait really for any sync time, and I really like that. I feel like Scopely did a good job letting that transition be seamless, so I enjoy that. I like that there's always something to do, so I don't just feel like, oh, I've done all this and I'm done for the day. Another thing that I really like is that I really get a chance to kind of explore. I'm not married to like any one area here at all. I can literally go wherever I want to go. The possibilities are endless. Now, granted, this is coming from someone who has only played this game for 10 days. I know that you guys are probably thinking, wow, this poor little grasshopper, she has so much to learn. Which I do. In fact, I just learned how to relocate my base today because I honestly couldn't figure it out on my own. It took me like 2 days to figure out how to relocate my base. So things like that sometimes aren't super clear in the instructions. That's probably my only thing with this game, is that sometimes your next steps aren't 100% clear. You definitely get them in your missions. But sometimes the steps in order to achieve whatever that mission isn't exactly clear. So that would probably be my only thing that I haven't really had stick with me just yet, or haven't like fully been in love with. But other than that, man, I gotta admit, for someone who doesn't like, I shouldn't say doesn't like because I've never tried, for someone who has never been into Star Trek, I never thought I could see myself playing a Star Trek game in any capacity. I will say I'm sure that there's a lot of things in here that I just don't understand, or that will be over my head in terms of like who the officers are or things like that. And I know some of you, as you're watching this video, I am sure you are seeing my blinking unredeemed tasks in the background of this video and thinking to yourself, please just click it. And I will. I just opened up the game from actually being on a stream, so I haven't had a chance to go in and do anything just yet. I wanted to stop and make this video real quick, but I just wanted to leave a quick review and just say, I don't know how you did it, Scopely. Somehow you have crafted a game that a person like me, who doesn't know anything about your product at all, somehow I'm hooked on this game. And honestly, I'm very excited to be. I'm mixed in with a really neat, tight-knit niche community that's really all about this game, and that's probably the best part, is that people are so willing to be helpful to me. Now, I know also probably anybody watching this is thinking to themselves, oh, poor thing. Right now, she's at Ops 14. She hasn't had her heart broken yet. People haven't rated her, yada, yada, yada. I know that that's coming. Am I looking forward to it? Not one bit. I am not a PvP player at all. But what I have played, I've really enjoyed. My plan is to make videos kind of updating my feelings about the game and updating on as things come out, whether or not like I deal with them well and I understand them, or things that I am confused about. All of that, I will say, so far most of my opinions are all popular. Took me a while, I won't lie to you, to figure out, like today I found out that I'm supposed to actually be doing something with this right here with the refinery. Never clicked on it before today. I know I probably should have known such a thing, because there's a little icon here, a little badge that tells me, hey, there's something you need to do here. It just never clicked with me. Everything else in the beginning, I was talked through by RevDeuce and his community. A lot of the stuff has been on my own since then. I really wanted to try it on my own, make sure that I could do it. For the most part, I'm figuring it out as I go, and I really appreciate the game is laid out in such a way that it kind of walks you through it all. Really, really like that. But yeah, quick video, nothing super special from me on my end, just besides saying, like, if I had to tell somebody else who had never had any experience with anything Star Trek, and they like to be task oriented, or even just they like to give new games a try, I would definitely recommend someone trying to play this game. It's definitely something that keeps you going, keeps you moving. there's always something to do, and I appreciate that. It keeps the game from getting stale, and yeah, so far, from your 10-day-old player, camped at 14, because I know that that's the right verbiage I'm supposed to use, so far, I enjoy the game. So, from Beck, me, who likes plants, to you guys, I would recommend Star Trek Fleet Command. And that's my review. So, got nothing else for you guys. So, see ya.